Hey everyone, I got some bad news for the AR-47. Okay, uh, broken firing pin. Okay, so this upper came from Davidson Defense. I think the only part that they actually make is the upper receiver. The boat carrier group, they say on their website, it came from Bear Creek Arsenal, and I've looked on Bear Creek's website, and it seems like the firing pins have like almost like a dark blackish color. So this is an enhanced firing pin. So they took the standard AR-15 firing pin, and they've enhanced it so that it can specifically deal with the hard primers that you will typically see on the 7.62 by 3.9, because when you use the standard AR-15 firing pins, they tend to break more often. So this one's supposed to deal with that problem. So I was sort of examining this, and I mean, obviously, the first thing I noticed was that the pin was broken, but I took a closer look. Let me see if I can get this in focus at the pin head, and it looks like it's been a little bit crushed. Let's see if I can. So I don't think it was quite that flat. Turn it around. So it seems like it's deformed a little bit from hitting those primers. Okay, and I think what happened is that as the firing as the pinhead deformed, it was probably having difficulty coming through the firing pin hole. Okay, and as it was having difficulty coming through the firing pin hole, that's where I think the stress basically broke it. Okay, so I think that's what's happening. So I think the pinhead first deformed, which which basically there was more resistance as it was coming through the hole, which caused it to break there. Okay, so round count on this, between 200 and 300 rounds. Okay, so less than 300 rounds. What I don't know is if this is like, because this could have just been a fluke. I mean, this could just be that this one firing pin, was just defective. Okay, which can happen. I mean, I've seen that happen with all sorts of companies, name brand companies, Gucci companies. Every company out there, regardless of what they charge, can have a glitch. One product in their line that is faulty. So I hope that's what this is, rather than this just be an overall issue with these firing pins working with the Russian steel case ammo, because basically the reason why people buy AR-47s is so that they can shoot Russian ammunition. Okay, I don't think anybody would buy it otherwise. And I contacted Davidson Defense, where I got the upper from. They did pretty good. They got back to me same day. Like like I contacted them around, I think it must have been sometime around 3 p.m. By 5 p.m., I had an email response. The guy said that he was sending me out a replacement. So really good on Davidson Defense for getting on this. Okay, so I'm going to get the replacement one. I'll put it in there, and over the next few weeks, we're going to see how it holds up. I'm hoping that it doesn't break again inside of 300 rounds. Now, AR-15s are not meant to be indestructible. They're meant to be lightweight guns. Okay, most of the parts are rated for about 5,000 rounds on your AR-15. So the trigger groups, for example, are rated for about 5,000 rounds, and most of the parts inside the bolt are rated for about 5,000 rounds. I usually get between 8 and 10,000 rounds. By 10,000 rounds, I will usually either wear out the disconnector in the trigger group, or I'll break some part in your typical AR-15 bolt. It could be the extractor, it could be the gas rings that wear out. Something's gonna break in it. The firing pins, they'll break usually. But yeah, it's usually well past 5,000 rounds that I'm breaking stuff, not 200 to 300 rounds. Okay, so I mean, if I'm going to be breaking 200 to 300 rounds I'm sorry, if I'm going to be breaking a firing pin every 200 to 300 rounds, I mean, that's, you know, these things are like $10 to $15. You know, with the shipping, these things are like $20. You know, so that can add up really quickly and get expensive. Aside, it's not just it being expensive, because obviously every time I shoot through, you know, like whatever, let's say 40 rounds of 7.62 by 3.9, I've just shot 20. You know, I've already shot $20. This is really more of an issue of reliability. You know, you should be able to get up to 5,000 rounds and expect that you're not going to break anything on your gun. Okay, so again, this doesn't mean that this is a chronic problem. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen again, but we are going to find out. Okay, I guarantee you, I'm here shooting every day. We're going to find out if there's a problem with these firing pins. Okay, and if this gun or the AR-47 in general is something that is reliable. Because let me tell you guys, I posted a number of videos. This is a 1 MOA gun. Okay, with this Red Army standard, with cheap budget ammunition, I have hit 1-inch groups right here at 100 yards. Okay. And I had this out to a 300-yard range yesterday. At 300 yards, I was getting 7-inch groups, so that's like 2.3 MOA, and that's with windy conditions. I was shooting prone off the bipod, but not bagged in the back. I just had it on my shoulder. Okay, so in windy conditions, I posted a video. I got like 2.3 MOA at 300 yards. Okay, that's a DMR gun. Okay, that is a very accurate gun. You know, for that type of for that type of a situation. Okay, so the one thing that we got to figure out here is the reliability of this firing pin. Now, I'm kind of looking at it. I mean, they could change the design, because first of all, the bolt itself is modified, right? Because they had to remove some material here so that it could accommodate the 7.62 by 3.9 case. So the bolt itself is modified, right? And the firing pin itself is also modified because it's enhanced, right? So these two components are already changed. What they could do is they could make that firing pin hole just a little bit bigger, right? And then the part that broke here, right, from there to there, they could also make that a little bit thicker. So that would be an easy modification that I don't think would affect the rest of the bolt carrier, right? It would still fit in your standard AR-15 bolt carrier. So that's something for them to think about. Hoping this video gets around, and basically we get some of these ideas out there. Okay, so drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Dropping comments helps, because it basically helps push the algorithm, and then better chance that Bear Creek Arsenal will get around to seeing this video, and improving on the product. Okay, so I'll talk to you all soon.